Goodwill brings to you the weekly share market update dated the 8th of March, 2024. Talking about the corporate segment, we have shares of Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited surged over 14% to hit an over 8-year high of 269.35 rupees on the National Stock Exchange amid heavy volumes on March 4 morning. A total of 15 crore shares had changed hands on BSE and NSE combined, way higher than the one-month average of 4 crore shares. The stock gained after the board of another state-run peer NTPC approved an investment worth 17,195.3 rupees crore for the third phase of the Singrauli Super Thermal Power Project, for which BHEL was the only bidder for the construction. MOIL shares surged up to 7% in trade on March 4 after the state-owned manganese ore mining company said its February production jumped 15% YOY. MOIL achieved best-ever February production of 1.51 lakh tons manganese ore, higher by 15% year-on-year, while sales at 1.56 lakh tons increased by 18% over the same month during the previous year. During the financial year, up to February 2024, MOIL achieved sales of 13.91 lakh tons, scaling a growth of 32% on an annual basis. Shares of Adani Ports hit a fresh lifetime high in early trade on March 4 after company recorded a 33% on-year jump in cargo volumes in February. According to a filing with the exchanges, APSES handled 35.4 MMT of total cargo in February, which is around 33% higher than volumes handled a year back. While most ports observed a year-on-year jump in volumes, the DAM report recorded its highest-ever monthly cargo of 4.22 MMT. Westlife Food World stock rose 8% on March 5 after it said FSSAI verified McDonald's India uses 100% real cheese. The Apex Food Safety Standards regulator of the country, the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India under the administration of the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Government of India, has verified the cheese used by McDonald's India as 100% real cheese. The verification confirms the brand's assertion that it uses 100% real cheese and that it does not use any cheese analogues or substitutes in any of its products, said Westlife Food World, formerly Westlife Development, in a stock exchange filing. Shares of Aavas Financiers plummeted around 8% in early trade on March 5 to hit a 52-week low of 1,321 rupees after a large block deal worth 1,419.30 rupees crore took place on the exchanges. Around 1.03 crore shares, representing 13.1% equity, changed hands in a large deal on the exchanges. Money Control could not immediately identify the buyers and sellers involved in the transaction. The block deal also led to a spike in volumes in the counter as 1 crore shares changed hands so far, significantly higher than the one-month daily traded average of 2 lakh shares. Indraprastha Gas Limited shares plunged 6% on March 6, a day after MGL cut prices of compressed natural gas, CNG, by 2.5 rupees a kilogram. The price was reduced due to a dip in gas input costs, MGL told exchanges on March 5. CNG now offers savings of 53% compared to petrol, and 22% compared to diesel at the current levels in Mumbai, it said. In the past year, IGL stock has fallen over 4%, underperforming benchmark NIFTY 50, which has gained 26% during the period. IIFL Finance Limited shares plunged 20% on March 6. IIFL Finance Limited said on March 6 that shareholder Fairfax India has agreed to provide up to $200 million liquidity support to the company days after Reserve Bank of India barred the NBFC from disbursing gold loans. Fairfax India Holdings Corp., a long-standing investor in IIFL Finance Limited, has announced its commitment to provide liquidity support amidst the recent Reserve Bank of India (RBI) embargo effective March 5, 2024, on the company's gold loan disbursements, said IIFL Finance in a stock exchange filing. Shares of Mahanagar Gas Limited fell over 14% lower on March 6 after brokerage firm Citi downgraded the stock to sell from buy and cut its target price. The brokerage downgraded the stock as Oil Minister Hardeep Puri emphasized that the full benefits of natural gas sector reforms haven't reached end customers. Puri stated the government's commitment to ensuring compliance by city gas companies for affordable rates. Monopolies in licensed areas have led to strong profits for city gas firms, and Puri emphasized the need for enforcement. Shares of macrotech developers rallied over 3% to hit lifetime high of 1,234 rupees per share on March 7 in intraday deals. So far this year, the stock of this realty major has surged over 17%. Realty major macrotech developers, formerly known as Lodha developers, raised 3,281 rupees crore by selling shares to institutional investors to repay debt, acquire land and cover other expenses. The qualified institutional placement, which opened on March 4, is set to close on March 7. The company had approved allotment of 2.9 crore equity shares of face value 10 rupees each to eligible qualified institutional buyers at the issue price of 1,098 rupees per share, against the floor price of 1,129.4 rupees per share. Suzlon's shares jumped 5% in trade on March 7 as the renewable energy solutions provider bagged an order for wind power project from Juniper Green Energy. Suzlon will develop a 72.45 MW wind power project for Juniper Green Energy. The company is set to install 23 wind turbine generators with a hybrid lattice tubular tower and a rated capacity of 3.15 MW each at the client site at the Dwarka district in Gujarat. As part of the agreement, Suzlon will supply the wind turbines, equipment supply, and execute the project, including the erection and commissioning. Suzlon will also undertake comprehensive operations and maintenance services post-commissioning. Tata Chemicals Limited has moved up by 35.87% this week with a change of 347.35 points. It has traded with a net volume of 77.995 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 1,315.25 against the previous closing price of 968. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 1,060.38, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 1349 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 74.64. Tata Investment Corporation Limited has moved up by 27.63% this week with a change of 2,112 points. It has traded with a net volume of 299.715 thousand shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 9,756.85 against the previous closing price of 7,644.85. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 6,616.53, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 9,756.85 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 94.18. Kirloskar Brothers Limited has moved up by 16.01% this week with a change of 150.40 points. It has traded with a net volume of 2.785 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 1,089.65 against the previous closing price of 939.25. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 959.60, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 1,147.15 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 66.29. Rallis India Limited has moved up by 13.69% this week with a change of 34.65 points. It has traded with a net volume of 39.016 million shares. The share is currently trading at the price level of 287.8 against the previous closing price of 253.15. Meanwhile, the share price is trading above its moving average 259.29, which is a good indication for the stock. The stock has made the highest move to 294.40 points this week, while shares are trading with a relative strength index of around 73. Nifty is currently in positive trend. If you are holding long positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 22,284. Fresh short positions can be initiated if Nifty closes below 22,284 levels. Nifty support levels are 22,440, 22,387 and 22,345. Nifty resistance levels are 22,536, 22,579 and 22,632. Bank Nifty is currently in positive trend. If you are holding long positions, then continue to hold with daily closing stop loss of 47,312. Fresh short positions can be initiated if Bank Nifty closes below 47,312 levels. Bank Nifty support levels are 47,698, 47,560 and 47,374. Bank Nifty resistance level are 48,023, 48,209 and 48,347.
You can reach us via phone, WhatsApp, or email using the information listed on the screen. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial insights. And, as always, if you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, leave them in the comments section below. Until next time, happy investing.